What is up everyone, it is Sacred Saiyan here, welcoming you to the channel anniversary video. What if Goku was sent to Planet Cereal? Today's video was a suggestion made by a channel member called Mr. Angel, and if you end up liking today's video, then please consider subscribing. It is free, and you can always unsubscribe later. There's a link in the description of the video to join my Discord server, and also to become a channel member if you want to support the channel. You can get some awesome perks, like the newest perk for all channel members, where the scripts of each new video, starting from this one, will be posted on channel member community posts. And if you want me to cover a series of your choice, then you can become the Super Saiyan God tier channel member, like Mr. Angel did, for me to make this video today. And with all that out of the way, let's get into the first episode of What if Goku was sent to Planet Cereal? This video begins on Planet Vegeta, where the two Saiyans, Bardock and Gine, are left with the soul-shattering decision of sending their son Kakarot off-world. Their other son Raditz already is off-world, and Bardock is adamant that Frieza will destroy Planet Vegeta, so if they don't send Kakarot off-world as well, then he will die. Gine isn't entirely certain if her husband is right. She trusts Bardock, of course she does, but Bardock is talking about Frieza destroying their entire planet without reason. It doesn't make sense. Bardock would reason with Gine that even if he is wrong, they could just go get Kakarot afterwards, and bring him back. Gine listening to this, and thinking that Bardock does have a point, and since she wants to be certain her son is safe, she finally agrees with Bardock to send Kakarot to another planet. Now they just need to talk about where to send their son. They were originally thinking about sending him to a planet called Earth, but Bardock then gave the idea of sending him to Planet Cereal. He has a friend there called Minato, who he is sure will take care of him. Gine agrees with this decision, so Kakarot is sent to Planet Cereal. And after this, Bardock takes his final stand against Frieza, flying into the atmosphere as he begins to fight thousands of Frieza soldiers, while shouting the tyrant Frieza's name. Bardock seems to be getting overwhelmed, but with sheer determination, he keeps pushing forward, continuing to punch and kick his way through the flood of Frieza soldiers. Bardock is no slouch. These weak Frieza soldiers with power levels around 1000 or below have no chance at defeating him while he is this determined to survive. Bardock eventually nears Frieza's ship, shouting the tyrant's name once again, and Frieza finally exits his ship, glaring at the one Saiyan who dares to defy him, but he doesn't even give him the honour of a response. Frieza then lifts one finger, creating a small ball of energy, and Bardock creates a ball of energy in his hand in response, saying that this is where Frieza dies, he isn't going to survive this attack. But as Frieza throws his ball of energy, the ball of energy begins to grow massive in size, and as Bardock fires his blast of energy at Frieza's attack, it does absolutely nothing. And Frieza maniacally laughs at the Saiyan's futile attempt, and Bardock then gets hit by Frieza's ball of energy, dying along with the rest of his planet, while he hopes his sons will be safe, and he hopes his sons will thrive. We now head to Planet Cereal. Granola is outside when he sees a space pod in the air heading in the direction of Minato's house, and since Granola is curious, he decides to run to Minato's home, but once he arrives, he sees Minato there, looking into the open space pod, as Minato stares at the Saiyan child inside, and once he sees the haircut, Minato instantly realises this is Bardock's son, and he knows that if Bardock sent him here, then it must have been for good reason. Granola stands next to Minato, realising the kid is a Saiyan, and Granola gets angry, but as he is about to attack Kakarot, Minato puts his hand in front of Granola, telling Granola that he doesn't know the full truth of how his mother and the rest of his people died. Minato takes Kakarot inside of his home, Granola following closely behind, and Minato places a sleeping Kakarot in his bed, while Minato then sits in a chair and opens a drawer, pulling a scouter out of it as he reminisces, and Minato then begins to explain to Granola what really happened the night his mother died. The Saiyans may have came and attacked this planet, but it was only under the direct orders of Frieza, and Bardock, who was Kakarot's father, defied these orders in the end, and he actually attempted to save the two of them along with Granola's mother. Granola would then ask how come his mother didn't survive then, but Minato says that unfortunately, even though Bardock tried his best, he wasn't able to save her, but it is still thanks to Bardock that him and Granola are still alive. Granola has mixed feelings about the Saiyans now. He already dedicated some time to training to defeat the Saiyans and avenge his mother, but now, he's being told that it was a Saiyan who tried to save his mother. And why didn't Minato tell him this before? And even if this Bardock guy did try to save his mother, he still failed. So right now, Granola doesn't know what to think, but at the very least, he no longer wants to attack Kakarot. So with Minato finally getting that off of his chest, Minato decides that while he waits for Bardock to come and take his son home, he will help to train Kakarot alongside Granola. So Minato reads Kakarot's mind to find out his name before he does this, but then, Minato steps back and has visible pain on his face, as he saw Kakarot's goodbye to his parents, along with Kakarot overhearing Bardock and Guinea's conversation about Planet Vegeta possibly being destroyed. Minato then realises that Bardock may not be coming for his son, so now, Minato decides he will train Kakarot and Granola for the same goal, defeating the Space Emperor Frieza, no matter how impossible it may seem. Kakarot is still a rowdy child, much like any other Saiyan child, but he is whipped into shape by training with Minato and Granola. And since Kakarot doesn't hit his head here, he doesn't lose the few memories he has of his parents, so he pushes himself even harder to avenge them, and he wants to become strong just like his father was. No, he wants to become stronger than his father was, and defeat Frieza in his place. From his limited memories of his parents, along with what Minato has told Kakarot, Kakarot idolizes his father, seeing him as a hero, and he loves his mother for being a kind-hearted soul, unlike most of his race. But he does still understand that his race was full of warriors that didn't know any other way to live. Through all of this, Goku would become a good person who cares about protecting his new family in Minato and Granola, along with the memory of his old one, and even his race's heritage. Minato trains Kakarot and Granola in the ways of ki control, like how Kami trained Goku in canon. And since Minato remembered the Saiyans have the ability to use grey tape, instead of removing Goku's tail like Kami did, Minato instead decides to try help Goku train to gain control over the Uzaro transformation, and after multiple years, Goku is eventually able to do so. Over these multiple years, Kakarot and Granola have become very close. They consider each other brothers, and Granola has learned to respect Bardock for attempting to save his mother, along with him successfully saving himself and Minato. Granola has come to realise that the Saiyans were just tools being used by Frieza, and now, Granola focuses his hatred solely on Frieza, and even some of his soldiers. 12 years have now passed in total, since Kakarot has arrived on planet Cereal. Kakarot alongside Granola have been growing closer and more powerful this entire time. However, some people have finally taken notice of there being a Saiyan living on planet Cereal. Those people being the Heeters, and they decide they will pay planet Cereal a visit, as they would like to meet this Saiyan in person. But this is where we're going to end off this part. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, then make sure to like, comment, and please do subscribe. It is quick and easy to do. Also, I want to give a huge thank you to Mr. Kangel, Yeti Myth, Cam McPherson, Mega Exo, Jonathan Way, and Allmight for becoming channel members. If you want to be shouted out at the end of a video and get other perks like the channel members here, then there is a link in the description down below to become a channel member. It greatly supports me and it helps me immensely. With all that out of the way, hope to see you all in the next episode of What If Goku Was Sent to Planet Cereal.